Hello, everyone, and welcome to Grapperinos, the wrestling pizzeria where we serve you a slice of probably next week on Raw. I'm Bryon, and joining me in this endeavor is someone who is shocked as I am on Saturday. Mike. Say hi, Mike.
Yes, I am still. I guess by this point I'm done processing it, but it was quite the shocker. Um, I was I was almost certain when he pulled Cody into that roll up. You kind of have this expectation that Cody's going to kick out, so you know it's coming. And then when he hit the 1, 2, 3, my mind kind of paused for a second, and I was like, "Wait, what the? Did the ref botch? Like what happened?" And then they just announced Sammy as the champ, and I was like, "Oh shit! Like they didn't botch. It's real."
Yeah?
So yeah, so we're in this scenario now where Sami Zayn is actually the top champion in the company, which is crazy to think about. I didn't see this coming for at least another year, so
Yeah, I was looking around at the reactions online. Did you know that your boy, Vince Russo, he fucking hated it? I guess it's because he didn't like Sami Zayn, but he kind of I think he referenced, or at least like he looked at that moment as like someone winning a participation trophy or
he
something like that.
him complaining about someone winning a participation trophy is is throwing quite large stones in a very large glass house, considering that he was the man that gave fucking David Arquette the WCW championship. So maybe don't throw these large stones in the glass house, Vince, before you start making comments.
Yeah. No, but I think this just like puts a point in a lot of people's, I guess, opinions about Sami Zayn winning. I think a lot of people think that Sami winning kind of doesn't. It kind of makes. What I should say is that Sami Zayn is not deserving, is what a lot of people are saying of the title. And I could see how Sami Zayn could be a transitional champion. I think you told me this when he won. You said, he's probably going to be a transitional champion, hold it for a couple months and then he'll pass it on. But I think in that moment, a lot of people were just complaining about Sami Zayn because people don't like Sami Zayn. And so he won the title, and the people are like, why the hell is this guy winning? So, yeah, I don't know. I think that, some of it, you can probably deduce to the Saudis. They probably wanted him to win, which is fine, I guess. But I think Sammy winning, I mean, it's probably the best kind of situation to come out of Night of Champions, right? If Cody was to win, it's more boring ass television, that's for sure. If Gunther wins, we could probably head towards, I don't know, Cody versus Gunther, which, we've done so many times. And Sami Zayn versus Gunther, probably gonna be a jobbing match, I guess. So I think Sami winning. Also, we've seen Gunther as champion before, so I think Sami Zayn winning definitely opens up some new doors. It's definitely something they haven't done before with Sami. And, there are a lot more pathways where they can go um, with regards to Sami rather than with Gunther or Gunther or Cody. But anyway, any more things about Sami and him winning the title that you want to add, Mike, before we move
we
on?
can we can talk about it later in the show.
Okay.
But I have my doubts about how long Sammy is going to be able to hold this title for. So
Oh, well, we'll see about that. We'll see what doubts can occur. I do also have some doubts, so we'll get into that as we head into this show where we book and predict the next episode of Friday Night Smackdown as we get closer to Saturday night's main event in July, coming from MSG, Madison. Oh, Madison. Whatever. MSG. And obviously SummerSlam in Minnesota. So, let's go over the rules of the booking first. This is what rules that we use for our booking. And then once we tell you our predictions and bookings for this next episode of Friday Night Smackdown, we will then score our predictions and bookings based on this scoring system. And then we will tell you what we got on the next episode of this show. So, let's go to the scores from the last time we did this. We didn't do this episode last time because we read the spoilers. But this time we didn't, so we learned our lesson. Anyway, points, 5 points for me, due to Cody Rhodes, Jey Uso, Ricky Saints, Liv Morgan winning their respective matches, as well as the Danhausen segment. I think that's just a free point at this point, so I will take that along with the other 4 points for a total of 5. What about you, Mike?
I had 6. I had let's go back 2 weeks for this. I just had it pulled up, but I was looking at my current one. I had the WWE Championship that was booked. I had Cody winning via DQ thanks to Sami Zayn, which did happen. I had Jey Uso winning his match. I had the Danhausen segment, which you said at this point is basically just free parking. And I had the Damian Priest and R-Truth retaining their tag titles against the now former MFT.
All right, there you go. Well, let's see what we are going to book for this next episode. But before that, let's go to what is announced. I don't think anything was announced unless, I don't know, you caught something. But I did not see anything announced for this episode, so...
No, because I think it was taped.
Yeah.
So there are spoilers out there right now. I will admit that I did see that Sami Zayn is starting off the show, but, I mean, if you didn't have Sami Zayn starting off the show, the SmackDown after he won the title, then I don't know what to tell you. So...
Yeah. All right. Well, I guess we'll get started with my version of the show first, and let's book this thing, all that stuff, whatever. As Sami Zayn heads to the ring. As Mike said, Sami Zayn is starting off the show, so I will go ahead and get my version of the promo. Sami, he talks about the win at Night of Champions. He says that he dedicated the win to all the die-hard Sami Zayn fans who believed in him since day one. He declares himself the last good champion. I guess we're building off of John Cena now, I guess. I don't know. He goes on to say that now that he holds the highest prize in the company, he knows he has a big target on his back, and he will do what he can and must in order to keep the championship. He is then interrupted by a mad Gunther, who crashes out and says that Sami's win was a fluke, and that he wants to challenge Sami Zayn to a title match at Saturday night's main event, or SummerSlam, so he can claim what is rightfully his. He is then interrupted by Cody Rhodes, who says that the winner is already decided, and that it's time to decide who faces Sami at SummerSlam or Saturday night's main event. Sami urges Cody to stop defending him, and that they are no longer friends, and this causes an argument between the two. Gunther takes the opportunity to attack Sami in the ring. Cody gets in, he attacks Gunther. He causes a brawl between him and Gunther as they brawl around the ring. Cody then helps out Sami afterwards, but Sami pushes him away and leaves. He raises the championship to him and Gunther. So, I have a theory, as I stated in the Raw episode. So, my sort of prediction for Sami's next opponent after this whole Cody and Gunther shenanigans is sorted out, is going to be CM Punk. I think it will be CM Punk versus Sami Zayn at SummerSlam. So, essentially, Saturday Night's main event will probably be a rematch between the three men, just to kind of finalize the whole deal and cement Sami as a champion. And then, at the end of that, we'll have CM Punk come back. You know, Cult of Personality hits. People are like, holy crap. And he comes in, and he sort of shakes Sami's hand, or whatever. And he's like, see you at SummerSlam, champ. And he leaves, or something like that. I do think that Obafemi is going with Roman Reigns. There's no... Actually, who cares at this point? The King of the Ring thing, who cares? You know? But, yeah, it looks like Seth is going with Roman. And, you know, we have this whole thing with Sami. I do think CM Punk is coming back pretty soon. And I do think that CM Punk and Sami Zayn will get on a match. So, there you go. Backstage, Solo Sikoa is confronted by Royce Keys, who tells him he has a match tonight against Jey Uso. That's right. He asks him if he's prepared, and Solo says yes. Royce then reminds him that he is here if Solo ever needed help. Solo refuses the help, and he says he got this. And he's like, aight. He walks away, and Solo continues to prepare for his match, which is not up next. But what is up next is Brie Bella taking on Fallon Henley. And this happens due to what happened last week. Now, since Paige won last time, we'll have Fallon Henley win for that good old-fashioned 50-50 booking goodness. After the match, Fatal Influence beat up Brie Bella, but Paige comes in for the rescue, but it's not enough, and Fatal Influence is on top as the segment ends. I think this will lead to a match at Saturday Night's main event for the Women's Tag Team Championships between Brie and Paige and Fatal Influence. And this is where Nikki Bella comes out. She helps retain Brie and Paige's belts. And at SummerSlam, we might be heading towards a mid-card feud where, you know, Nikki Bella and Paige will have to fight for who the tag team partner for Brie will be moving forward, I guess. So I think that will be sort of the route for that. So there you go. Trick Williams is up next. Whoop That Trick talks about the championship win he had over Ricky Saints at Night of Champions, and he says that he is now moving into another contender. And then Carmelo's music hits. He comes out. Carmelo says it's been a while since he and Trick fought over a championship, and says that since he beat Ricky Starks, or Saints, I should say, he can move on to an even bigger star with a more personal history between them. He challenges Trick to a match at SummerSlam for the title, and Trick says he will think about it. Carmelo lays out his hand for Trick to shake, but before they shake their hand, Carmelo low blows him and runs away before Lil Yachty gets him with a kendo stick. So I think, as I said previously, this will lead to Trick versus Carmelo at SummerSlam. There could be a match between Trick and Ricky again at Saturday Night's main event to kind of cement Trick Williams as the victor of that feud, to kind of finalize the Trick-Ricky beef, and then you can move on to Carmelo for SummerSlam. But I do think that Carmelo versus Trick is the plan for SummerSlam for the US Championship. Next, Blake Monroe takes on Julia. This happens due to what happened last week when Blake Monroe beat up Julia. So I think Blake Monroe wins by pinfall because this is her first match. This is her debut. And this is due to interference from one Kiana James. After the match, they tried to both beat Julia up. That should say they both tried to beat Julia up, but you get what I mean. But Julia, somehow, she gets both of them out of the ring. And at this point, I have no idea what they're doing with Julia. Might as well ship her to Monday Night Raw. But holy crap, this is not a good rivalry for Julia. And I think it's time to just, I don't know what to do with Julia at this point. Either like let her go or just put her on Raw. holy crap, this woman has just not been doing well on SmackDown. So, and that's not a good thing because I think Julia is a really, fantastic wrestler. So, oh well, whatever. Danhausen is at the back stage segment. Yes, we have Danhausen shenanigans for a backstage segment. Danhausen does something, someone gets mad. I want that free point. Rhea Ripley is up next. After that, she talks about Io Sky winning at Night of Champions. She says that hopefully she gets the title from Liv Morgan. She's then interrupted by Jade and the Baddies, also known as the Takeover, who tell Rhea that she is focusing on the wrong thing because Jade is coming for that title once again, so Rhea better watch her back. Rhea tells her that her back is fine and that maybe they should watch their back. And Jade and the Baddies are attacked by Charlotte Flair, Alexa Bliss, and Chelsea Green, setting up a 6-woman tag team match, which is up next, as Charlotte, Alexa, and Chelsea take on Jade and the Takeover. So since the heels won last time, I think the win this time is towards the faces by pinfall. Again, good old-fashioned 50-50 booking. I don't know what they're doing with Jade and the Takeover at this point. I don't know if they want to insert them into the Women's Tag Team Championship situation, or if they just want to keep putting Jade Cargill into this whole Tiffany Stratton, Chelsea Green kind of business. But I think WWE is definitely positioning her towards another title opportunity after the mid-card feuds are over. Maybe it's a Women's US Championship. They're just gonna put her up against Tiffany until Jade eventually gets it, I guess. I don't know. Or, go up against Rhea. So they're kind of just putting her in a holding pattern at this point until the time is right, I suppose. Speaking of Tiffany, we got Tiffany in the backstage segment up next. And Tiffany talks about winning the match against Jade at Night of Champions. She is then confronted by Chelsea Green, who asks her why she didn't help her during the match. Tiffany says she was busy dealing with something, and Chelsea gets mad and says that Tiffany is worrying more about the title than her friend, and she walks away. Tiffany is sad for a moment, but finishes the interview anyway. I think we are leading towards Tiffany Stratton versus Chelsea Green for the Women's US Championship at Saturday Night's Main Event, and then we could probably have a triple threat with Jade at SummerSlam, I guess. If that's what they want to do with her, when her I mean Jade, then I guess. But yeah, I think that's what's going to happen there. War Raiders take on R-Truth and Damian Priest in a winner-take-all match, which means that whoever wins gets both the AAA Tag Team Championships and the WWE Tag Team Championships. So, since I don't watch AAA, I have no idea what AAA tag team could interfere here. So I'm going to say that the War Raiders win by pinfall because they are an actual tag team and that they got the AAA Tag Team Championships recently. So there you go. Just basic as that. So anyway. Solo Sikoa takes on Jey Uso, and that is the actual main event. Solo Sikoa wins after a distraction from Royce Keys. After the match, Royce continues to attack Jey while Solo is smiling. He and Royce walk away as Jimmy Uso comes out from out of nowhere to check on Jey and whispers that the tribal chief, the OTC, will hear of this as the show goes off the air. So I think Royce and Solo are going to be the brand new tag team, or a faction, whatever you want to call it. And Royce Keys is Solo's new MFT or whatever. My friendly tie or whatever. I don't know. But I think Solo and Royce are going to be a tag team, and they'll try to get the Bloodlines underlings, which consist of Jimmy, Jay, potentially Jacob, and again, this is setting up the War Games match as they try to recruit people like Seth and LA Knight to take on Roman Reigns and the Bloodline. So, there you go. Any questions?
So, Brian, how long do you think that Sami Zayn is going to be holding this title for? Do you think he's a transitionary champion, or do you think he's going through SummerSlam?
I think that he will be a transitional champion. I do agree with that. I think that he'll be a transitional champion until, maybe the Royal Rumble? I guess? I think he will hold it for a couple months, so probably until like Survivor Series or something like that, I guess. And then they'll probably put him into the bloodline stuff again because he was an honorary Oos. But yeah, I do think he's going to be a transitional champion, and he will hold it for a couple of months. So, all right.
Yeah, I've heard all sorts of rumors that he's going to drop it again, that he's going to be at SummerSlam. I don't think he's the champion heading into SummerSlam, though. And I'll get to that in my card. But I unfortunately think he's just a transitionary champion. So.
Okay. All right. Okay. Any other questions before we move on to your card?
Nope, I'm ready for my card.
Okay, let's move on to your card then, starting off with...
We have a Sami Zayn promo. Like I said, Sami Zayn starts off the show, but, I mean, it's pretty much a given. He comes out, and he talks about how it is still unreal to him that he is the WWE Champion, and that he deserved this ever since he started his journey. He's puts himself over, and Sami is interrupted by Cody Rhodes. So Sami confronts Cody Rhodes. Cody comes out and says that he's proud of Sami for finally winning the title. He congratulates Sami on winning it. And Sami says that, Cody was a great champion before him, but, now it's time for someone a bit different. And then Adam Pearce comes out from the back. So Adam Pearce, because what happened last week was apparently Nick Aldis has been put on administrative leave for attacking Gunther at the post show, or not the post show, but after their match at Night of Champions. So Adam Pearce is now apparently the GM of Smackdown as well. And Adam Pearce says, well, Sami, I think that you won the championship, and I think that we need to figure out who your next challenger is going to be. And I think that this plays out on Raw, because Raw is in Chicago, I believe, on Monday, right, Brian?
What?
Is Raw's on Chicago, right? Raw's in Chicago this week?
Is it?
Or this coming Raw is in Chicago?
I have no idea.
Pretty sure it is. Pretty sure this Raw is in Chicago. Let me look up the schedule.
Yep. Let's see here. Shows. Raw. Actually, let's do tickets here. Yes, it's in Chicago. So, here's what I think happens. I think that CM Punk returns on this show. I know it's been rumored that CM Punk is going to be on SmackDown, but I think it is Chicago. You got to have CM Punk back. So CM Punk returns on this show, and he challenges for Sami Zayn's title. And either it's going to be him or Cody Rhodes that take it off of Sami, probably at Saturday night's main event, and then it's going to be Cody versus CM Punk at WrestleMania. Or sorry, at SummerSlam.
that is the WWE Championship feud. And I was seeing that heavily rumored over the past week or so.
Okay. So you don't think that Sammy is going to hold this for a couple months? As you said, he's kind of holding it for like a month or so, month and a half, if that's the case. Or like a couple of weeks, I guess.
Yeah. I think he only holds it for a couple of weeks. I think he loses it at Saturday night's main event, probably, and gives it to either Cody or CM Punk, and then it's Cody versus CM Punk for the title at SummerSlam.
Okay. I mean, Cody Rhodes versus CM Punk, also pretty big match. So,
maybe you can have Gunther cost him the title. I don't know, something like that, so you can give Sammy something to do at SummerSlam.
Yeah, Sami Zayn versus Gunther. Yeah, I mean that's yeah, it makes sense too, for sure. Would you have Sami Zayn win that match if that match were to happen at SummerSlam?
That's a tough question because I mean I don't know, honestly. Like I was gonna say that Sammy would come back and as champion for a Rumble in Saudi Arabia, but or actually, wait, no, the Rumble in Saudi Arabia was last year, right? It was this past Rumble, right? Yeah. Why am I thinking it's next year too? Maybe it is, and I'm just like, everything's in Saudi Arabia, Brian. Everything is in Saudi Arabia now. All the shows are in Riyadh.
I will tell you right now, SummerSlam probably gonna be in Saudi Arabia in 2 or 3 years from now.
Yes, the Saudis are famous for their summer culture and events. Yes. Anyway, WrestleMania is in Saudi Arabia next year. Okay, so I think happens is that maybe Sammy wins that one, right, as a heel, but it's kind of tough because Gunther's a heel as well. Or maybe Sammy loses and then goes on to become a heel. Maybe gets the title back at one point. Basically, what I'm trying to say is that we need to have Sammy do a short run as a heel. Maybe this is it. Maybe this is his heel run. He loses, goes away for a while, comes back maybe at Survivor Series, and then wins a shot at the title again as a babyface, maybe against Gunther, going into WrestleMania at Saudi Arabia. Wrestle Arabia.
Okay. Great title. Is it better than Crown Jewel? I don't know, but whatever. All right, that makes sense. For sure. I mean, we'll see. We'll see how Sammy's reign holds up. Is it going to be better than Cody's? Probably not, I guess. I don't know, but we'll still see. Anyway, we'll move on from that too.
Backstage segment, Tiffany Stratton and Chelsea Green. So Chelsea Green helped out Tiffany in her title defense at Crown Jewel, or Queen and King of the Ring, whatever the fuck it's called, Night of Champions, the Saudi Arabia show. And Chelsea congratulates her on her defense and asks oh so nicely if that she can have a shot at Tiffany's title. Tiffany says that she will think about it because she has to still deal with Michin and BFAB, who are still, for some reason, going after her, even though they've already lost about 3 times now. So Tiffany walks off, and Chelsea is a little bit miffed. I think that this is going to lead to Tiffany probably dropping the title, maybe to Jade Cargill, and Chelsea winning it and going on as a face, because she is incredibly over. She has a lot of support from the fans, and I think that she is in line to get another title run in the very near future as a babyface.
You talking about Chelsea?
Yes.
Okay. So you think Chelsea will eventually get it back? What's this now? Her 3rd time as Women's U.S. Champion?
Yes, it is. Yes.
Great. Yeah. Okay. I guess the question is, what will you have Tiffany do then? when she loses it? Just feud her with Jade Cargill?
Maybe go on to Raw for the Women's World Heavyweight Championship, because Lord knows you don't have anyone else, apparently. There's Io Sky and Liv Morgan, so...
Yeah.
And Lord knows that Trips would love to have a blonde-on-blonde feud for the title. That'd be brilliant for him. Cinematic masterpiece.
Cinema. This is cinema.
Peak.
Speak cinema. Anyway, okay. Yeah, I could definitely see that. Absolutely. I guess the other question could be, what do you think they're doing with Jade Cargill? Because I think they're positioning her towards the Women's US Championship, but do you agree, or do you think they'll put her in some other feud or title?
No, I definitely think she wins it, probably at Mania, and holds it for a little while. I think she needs a good mid-card run to build her status back up. So
okay, all right, we'll move on from that then to...
You have a Dominic Mysterio promo. Dominic comes out with J.D. McDonough. These guys have a lot of enemies recently. They've been feuding with Chad Gable, feuding with Danhausen. So Dominic comes out and formally calls out Danhausen to come out to the ring and give them their human monies back. Why does he call it human monies? It's such a Reddit thing to say.
That's a Danhausen thing. You gotta ask him.
So he asks for their human monies back, and he wants his Danhausen jersey. He wants his rightfully paid for Danhausen jersey back, and he wants him to fix JD McDonough, because JD McDonough apparently still has issues after being shocked from Danhausen despite wrestling a full match last week against Chad Gable. And he wants him to finally, out of all things, uncurse Liv Morgan. Danhausen comes out and says that Dominic can uncurse Liv Morgan if he gives Dominic human monies. Or sorry, if Dominic gives him human monies. Dominic says, no, I want you to uncurse her right now, or I'm going to beat your ass in this ring. Danhausen then decides to disappear, and Dominic goes after him. I think we're going to go for a Dominic versus Danhausen match at Saturday night's main event in New York City, where Danhausen is going to be at The Rock 2001 levels of over, and he will definitely win that match. Even though Dominic is super over, he's going to have Stone Cold Steve Austin 98 levels of over. Dominic is not going to be able to meet that, and Danhausen will win. So
yeah, so
I'm going to watch just for the pop. It's going to be a massive pop.
Oh yeah,
for him. Yes.
I hope so, yeah. What was the question? Yeah, so I guess I don't know if they have any other ideas for Danhausen besides, beefing with the Judgment Day, and you also have him, I guess, owing money to Los Garza. He's just being owed money from other teams. He is
the headliner for Saturday night's main event, Bryon. Danhausen is the headliner for that show.
It makes sense.
Dude, he's the only person advertised right now so far. He's the headliner. So he's gonna have a match. He's gonna have a match there. I can almost guarantee it.
I think it may be a promo segment or something like that.
He has to have a match. I know this booking committee is stupid, but come on, you're not going to take advantage of the fact that he is going to be Stone Cold Rock levels of over, and just give him a fucking stupid promo segment. No, you got to give him a match, man. You got to give him a match. You have to. So I don't know. I mean, this is the same company that made Liv Morgan almost win the King of the Ring tournament. So
Yeah. Yeah.
never doubt how stupid they could be.
Absolutely. Do you think that they'll reveal the experiment that Danhausen has been working on at Saturday Night's main event? And
Could
are
be.
you still
Could be.
leaning on Baron Corbin?
Maybe I heard there were 2 other people that they signed recently from AEW. So I could see. I don't know who that was. I have to go back and look at my feed. But I think there were like 2 mid-card people that they signed. Let me go look. But it could be either of them. So I wouldn't be surprised if it's Baron Corbin, but I mean, that's kind of a stupid way to bring Baron Corbin back.
Yeah. I mean, I think Baron Corbin has stated that he wants to come back to the WWE, so if that is the role that they want to give him, then holy crap, get your seatbelts tucked in, Mr. Baron Corbin. This is gonna be a ride, that's for sure. It's going to be interesting. But I would like to know who the 2 other people are, according to the rumors. But
I'm gonna go find it.
is it one of the Creed brothers? No, I'm kidding.
This is from Sean Ross, who I have been led to believe is basically the Sham Shania of wrestling, so he's pretty accurate. Big Cass and Enzo Amore apparently are the 2 that are coming over.
Oh yes.
So
Yeah, I heard that they're coming back. Yeah. Okay. I'm just trying to imagine Enzo and Amore in freaking the same motion as The Miz and Kit Wilson. I can't, bro. it's way too strange. That I don't know. Just the experiment skin on those 2, it just feels weird. You know what I mean? But anyway, we'll move on from that before it dominates my mind too.
we have a Blake Monroe versus Julia match. This happened because Blake Monroe attacked Julia for some reason last week. We cannot have enough blonde people on this roster. We need more. I think that Blake wins this one via roll-up. I think this is going to result in a feud between the 2 that will probably result maybe at the go-home show to SummerSlam, because this is not a SummerSlam-worthy feud.
So, I guess I'll just pose this question then. What do you think is Julia's kind of trajectory at this point? I know you mentioned the rivalry thing, but what else is there for Julia to do, honestly? Do you think Raw would, put her in a better position, or...
Yeah, maybe go to Raw and go for the IC title. There's a couple of things you can do with her, mainly in the mid-card. Probably just stick her in mid-card feuds. Yeah, I mean, you gotta give them feuds. I think there's a lower mid-card, upper mid-card, obviously. Upper mid-card usually is putting them in the circle for a title, and lower mid-card usually is putting them in some, nonsense feud, right, with another person, just for the sake of giving them something to do. I think that's where she's going to be at for a while with Blake Monroe, and then maybe she moves over to Raw and gets a shot at the IC title. So,
yeah, could be interesting. I mean, Julia could mix it up with Lara Valkyria and other peeps like Maxine Dupree. So, yeah, could be good. Absolutely. Yeah, just put it on Raw. There you go. We'll move on from that to...
a backstage segment. Trick Williams is confronted by Carmelo Hayes. So Carmelo Hayes finds Trick Williams backstage and tells him that he has next on Trick Williams after Trick beat Ricky Saints at Night of Champions. So I think this is going to start a road to SummerSlam for these two. And I think that Trick Williams retains because Triple H hates short.
Is that is that the rumor now? Is that what the streets are saying?
I mean, Ilya Dragunov and Carmelo Hayes. I mean, not to knock Trick Williams. Trick Williams is a great wrestler, right? Definitely, He gives me shades of Booker T. I mean, his whole moveset is basically Booker T, but
well, except for the Spinneroonie.
Except for the Spinneroonie, but yes, yeah. I think that Trips has really just washed all the good momentum that Ilya and Carmelo had in the U.S. title scene, and just given it to Trick because Trick looks better because he's taller. So.
Oh yeah, where is Ilya? Where the hell did he go? Is he wrestling on Main Event? Is this where you put all the wrestlers that are not on Raw and SmackDown that you got no plans for? Just put them in Main Event. Just have them wrestle a random ass match. I don't know. Let's have Danhausen and The Miz wrestle again for the 5th time on Main Event. Why not? Yeah. I don't know, man. I honestly think that Carmelo versus Trick is definitely going to be good. I could see Trick retaining, absolutely. But it would be nice if Carmelo won. But, oh well. Do you think that, what's his name? Ricky Saints? Do you think Ricky Saints will, play a role in the finish of Melo versus Trick?
Possibly, yes. I can see that happening. I unfortunately think Ricky Saints is going to go the way of Carmelo Hayes and Ilya because he's also a small person. So.
Okay. Well, there you go. Triple H does not like short people. That bastard. It's okay though, because he wants you to have fun. All right. Are you having fun, Mike?
I'm not having fun because I just watched 3 weeks worth of King and Queen of the Ring tournaments for them to essentially be useless. So.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
For both of them to be for title shots at SummerSlam, and for one of them to not even impact the roster in which it took place. Like, you could have cut out the entire men's King of the Ring tournament and nothing would have mattered. Like, nothing would have changed at all. Like, we might as well just forget it existed.
You know that scene in Men in Black where Will Smith kind of pulls out the freaking the thing that erases your memory? That's what they want you to do after the whole King of the Ring stuff happened. You're like, forget it ever happened. Here you go. Yeah. Kind of sucks, but that's booking right now. It's okay. Have fun, though. Anyway, we'll move on from that to...
Brie Bella versus Fallon Henry or someone else from Fatal Influence. I don't know who's in Fatal Influence.
JC
Jane, I think. Yes. I think Fatal Influence win this one. Whoever the Fatal Influence rep is wins via pinfall. I think this is leading to probably a rematch at Saturday night's main event where Fatal Influence take it, and then Brie Bella and Paige can go on and have like a mini feud with the other Bella twin. Whatever her name is again.
I'm sorry, did Will Smith also erase your memory? Is that what happened here? pull it out?
Fucking dude, it's the one who's dating the NFL safety from the Eagles. What the fuck is her name? Why am I forgetting her name? She debuted first.
She also
Nikki Bella. Thank you. I remembered it. Took me a minute.
I was gonna say she also used to date John Cena, so there you go.
Yes, she's dating a safety from the Philadelphia Eagles. The only reason I know this is because he's like 15 years younger than her.
What?
Or something. How old is she, Bryon? How old is she?
I think she's like
should be like
30s,
late 30s. Okay.
I don't know.
Let me go look. Let's see. I think it is Cooper. Is it Cooper DeJean? Yeah, Cooper DeJean is currently 23 years old.
Holy crap. Okay then. Hey, I mean, whatever makes her happy, I guess. I hope it goes well, and best wishes, all that stuff. But do you see Nikki returning, like, I don't know, right around Survivor Series?
I can see them. I can see that her being at ringside for this match, and then maybe costing them the match in some fashion. And then you have like a mini feud between Brie, Paige, and Nikki, and then that's that.
Okay, fair enough. We'll move on from that to
backstage segment. Sami Zayn with Johnny Gargano. So Sami Zayn comes backstage after being in a huff. After Adam Pearce basically booked his next championship, because Sami Zayn is doing heelish things, so he obviously doesn't want to defend the title. He wants to keep it as long as he can. And he runs into Johnny Gargano, who has woken up from his coma because Sami Zayn has won the title, and Gargano now sees that there is something to live for, even though his friend has left him. Sammy tells Johnny that, you've always been there for me, you've always understood what I've been saying, and I appreciate you being, the last real good guy supporter that you are, Johnny. And I think that this might lead to Johnny being Sami Zayn's helper, and Sami Zayn's attempt to retain the title in his heelish ways. So either that or Johnny Gargano continues to be on the card. Which, I mean, listen, if Johnny Gargano is getting paid to bag, just lay around, that's great, man. Has the easiest job of all time. I've said this multiple times. He has the easiest job in the entire roster. He just shows up, lays in a card for 5 minutes, and gets paid like $5,000, and leaves. Easiest day of work of all time.
And it's got benefits, so...
And it's got benefits, yes. Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so with Sammy being a traditional champion, do you think that, a Johnny versus Sammy feud could potentially play out, when he does lose it, and he kind of blames it on Johnny?
Yeah, I could see that happening. Yeah.
Okay. Is that how Johnny wins the title, or
I don't think Johnny ever wins the title. I think maybe he goes for like a mid-card title, maybe the U.S. title at some point.
Okay, like next year probably.
Yes, probably next year.
All right. Okay, we'll move on from that to
WWE Tag Team Championship. R-Truth and Damian Priest versus the War Raiders. I think the War Raiders win this one via pinfall because we don't have anyone else to challenge for the Tag Team Championships on Smackdown, because we got rid of all the teams and forgot that we needed teams to challenge for the Tag Team titles. R-Truth and Damian Priest, I think, have the longest title reign of any tag team that has held these titles, specifically these new ones introduced, I think, about 2 years ago. And that says a lot. Because it's R-Truth and fucking Damian Priest, and I don't think they've showed up for work that much. So It really is something when you hear these reports of WWE saying we need to fix a tag team division, and I'm like, motherfucker, a year and a half ago you had a very perfect tag team division, and then who broke it? You broke it. You broke the tag team division. It's like that Eric Andre skit where he like shoots the guy in the chair and he's like, "Who did this? who killed our tag team division? You did. You killed it."
Yeah, pretty much.
Jeez.
It's okay. They'll bring back Enzo and Big Cass. They'll revitalize the tag team division all over again when they partner up with Danhausen. Hell yeah. That's how we get the tag team division back on track. Yeah. I don't know. Is that the main event or?
That is the main event. Yes. Yes. I don't know what goes on in the show.
Really?
So.
Holy. Okay, this is like the second time. Not really the second time, but the AAA title has been, or a AAA title has been defended in a Smackdown TV show. Why? I get WWE is sponsoring AAA, but why are we showcasing AAA titles in a WWE program? I get marketing AAA, but like, come on, guys, you can just limit it to adverts and stuff. So I don't know. I guess the question is, I mean, what to do? What to do with? You said the War Raiders will win. I mean, what do you think? What do you think happens? Do you call up a team from NXT at this point? Do you get a AAA team to challenge for the title? Like, what do you do?
I personally think that we probably need a unification match. I know I've said this for a while, but it really is feeling that way because, I mean, if you look at the roster, right, let's just look at teams that we have on both shows. I mean, Raw at least is a little entertaining because you have the Street Profits and the Vision feuding for, you know, the one tag team title that is available apparently in this company that actually means something. And I don't know if it means much because it's really just the corpse of the Vision that are like feuding with the Street Profits. So on Raw, I guess we have Alpha Academy, who I think might be heels, maybe. American Made, who is on a milk carton. I guess the Usos. The Judgment Day, but JD and Dominic aren't really a tag team.
Yeah.
You have the Americanos, they're AAA. You have the LWO. I don't even know if they're still a thing.
Yeah, I don't know either.
And that is basically it. Oh, Ethan Page and Rusev, and then the Street Profits, obviously. So.
What a division.
And half of them aren't even like legitimate like American Made, Judgment Day, Americanos, LWO. Haven't seen them in the tag team division in literal fucking ages. So.
Yeah.
I don't know, Brian. I think we need to like. I think we need to unify these titles, bro.
Well, that's not what ChatGPT will say when Triple H inputs the question, how do we fix the tag team division? I think he'll probably say something along the lines of, we need to have Danhausen be put in more skits. Or something like that. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, they have to put some more effort. That's all I gotta say. They gotta put some more effort into the tag team division, or else, this will continue until morale improves. And I don't think morale will ever improve in the tag team division. So, unfortunate that this is where tag team wrestling is now in the WWE. So, terrible. Anyway, on a downer once again, but it is what it is. That is what we got for the next episode of Friday Night Smackdown. And as I said earlier, we will watch the next episode as it drops. We will score our predictions and bookings based on what happens in the actual episode. And we will come back here and we will tell you what we got. So until then, thank you for ordering a slice of probably next week on SmackDown from Grapperinos. And remember, if you're down for some fresh, oven-baked, crispy wrestling content, stop on by Grapperinos and order yourself some content you can grapple with. See you next time, everybody.